Hey guys, Ryan G. Wright with DoHardMoney.com coming to you with a Just Ask Ryan question of the day. And today's question is, how much money should I have saved up to flip a house? Fantastic question. Thank you for asking. If you've got a question you'd like to have me answer in a Just Ask Ryan question of the day, I'll put a video together just like this one. All you've got to do is type it in the comments below. And on the comments below, I will answer that question for you by putting a video together just like this. And so here's the thing. With flipping properties, it depends on what your strategy is and what you're trying to do. Most people, when they think of flipping properties, they think of actually fixing the property up and reselling it. But there's a whole different way to do properties where you don't fix the property up, you just sell it. So this is called wholesaling. And this is a way of flipping properties, but you're not doing any work to the property. So what you're doing, you're finding a great deal, you're putting that great deal under contract, and then you're going to cash buyers who will pay for that contract. And what they'll do is they'll either buy the contract from you, they'll say, hey, you've got the property under for $100,000 under contract, I'll give you $5,000 and I'll take over and buy that property for $100,000. And sometimes it can be significantly more. Sometimes those could be $20,000 or $50,000. If it's in those higher amounts, those lower amounts is usually what's called an assignment fee. I'll give you a few $1,000s, maybe up to $10,000. I'll take over your contract and you walk away. Now your contract has to be assignable. There's a few things that have to happen. If it's more than that, typically what happens is you're doing a double closing, where you're actually closing on the property and then you're selling it to somebody else. And the reason you're doing that is you want to protect all that equity that you have in the property. So that's a way. You can also do a double closing, depends on your state. But that's a way of flipping properties called wholesaling that a lot of people don't know about. And if you're getting started and you're trying to get started with little money, that's a great technique to know about and a great way to do it. The other thing is you're only worried about finding the properties. You're not worried about fixing them up and reselling it. So it's about a third of the effort, or about half the effort that you would have with a full fix and flip deal. The downside to it is you don't make as much money. On a fix and flip, you can make more money, but you also take on more risk. The risk that you're taking on is construction prices, working with general contractors, value changes, what would happen in values over time. Those are all things that you're taking on risks, but you can get paid for that if you do things appropriately and it works out like you're planning on. So if you're going for wholesale, the reason why I bring up wholesaling first is the only thing you need in wholesaling is enough money to do some marketing, finding some properties, and then putting $100 earnest money down. Whereas if you're fix and flipping properties, you probably need to have some more money because you can run into the unexpected. And even if you're getting 100% financing, which I have a great video on 17 ways to get 100% financing, you still need a little money. In the end, I like to tell people, plan on about $5,000. About $5,000 is what you need to get started. You need some help. You're gonna need some software. You're gonna need a little marketing budget. About $5,000 is going to do that, so that you know. As far as down payments, you may or may not have a down payment. The better deal you get with a true hard money lender, they're not gonna require any payments from you. They're not gonna require any down payment if you get a good enough deal. So it's really just gonna depend on how good of a deal you get. So I've got a couple of videos you should check out. How much money do you need to invest in real estate? I've got a great video on that. And I've also got a blog, what happens if you don't have all the money at the time of closing. So check out both of those videos. I know they'll be really helpful for you. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing. Also check us out over at DoHardMoney.com. We can help you with the wholesaling, the fix and flip, or anything else. Otherwise, make it a very profitable day. And bye for now.